The U.S. military, when it comes to our government, is our crown jewel. It is what we spend the most on in our budget. It is what we hold up high when it comes to a discussion of world domination and power and deterrence. The United States military historically is the most powerful and the most feared military on earth, at least in modern history. But the Biden-Harris administration took great lengths to change that. Just a few years ago, 80% of veterans were encouraging family members to pursue a career of military service. Under the Biden-Harris administration, that number has plunged to just 62%. The Pentagon, of course, is seemingly not concerned at all. There's not been a study done by the Defense Department to get to the root as to why veterans are dissatisfied in the military, that they served as well as why recruitment seems to be dramatically down in recent years. Why? Because maybe the military doesn't know how to appeal to the average American anymore.
Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality. A way to prove my inner strength and maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way. I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
If ad campaigns are any judge, they are not sending their best. Our next guest is Nicole Kiprilov of the Coalition for Military Excellence. She sits down and studies these things night and day. Nicole, can you decipher what's happening with these poll numbers? Why are veterans distancing themselves now from our modern military?
First of all, Chanel, thank you so much for having me. We're seeing a 25% recruitment deficit in the military, right? This is unprecedented. And so the Coalition for Military Excellence, we wanted to get to the bottom of this. We wanted to find out what's actually happening here. We conducted this study that you referenced. Owen West and Kevin Walston headed the study. And the root of the matter here, what this study showed is that it's really the DEI policies that are hurting recruitment, right? So here's just some context to better understand this. The military is a family business. 80% of our volunteers have a family member who served. Yet, like you said, years into this recruitment crisis, the Pentagon hasn't actually surveyed veterans to find out, okay, what's at the root of this recruitment crisis? They've surveyed random adult influencers. Exactly. They don't want to know because they're hiding. They're trying to hide the radicalized, politicized agenda that they're subtly pushing through within this DEI infrastructure that has pervaded every single branch of our U.S. armed forces. And so this survey, I'm sure you know some of the statistics. 94% of veterans oppose race and sex preferences in military promotions. That's an incredibly high number.
Well, I think they don't want to know, but I think they also already know. They know what the answer is, but they don't want it in black and white, because if they start polling these veterans and asking them for their opinions, they'll give their opinions. It doesn't take long before you're on social media checking out some of these ads, like what we just playing, and the comments that fill the ratio, that overcome the ratio on the social media side. It's insane. These people are veterans are sharing their opinions, and there's no doubt that Lloyd Austin, Secretary of Defense, knows exactly what role all of this plays in those numbers, in the incredible deficit that we're witnessing in the last few years.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you mentioned Lloyd Austin, because one of the things that we need right now is we need to bring back strong leadership. We need a strong Secretary of Defense, unlike Lloyd Austin, who last year in front of Hask lied that the military doesn't teach CRT.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.